Good morning and welcome to the LaValley Fast Floor program. We're here with Don Glendenning from Wallingford, Vermont. Good morning, Don.
Good morning.
Thank you for letting us come out here to the job site, and you're putting up a LaValley Fast Floor, and we'll get into that a little bit, but first a little background. How long have you been in this business and working with LaValleys?
Yes, I was a home builder developer in New Jersey for 30 years. I've been moved up here to Vermont in the year 2000 and have been working locally for the last 10, 12 years.
Excellent, and you had been working with LaValleys right around that same time, I believe, was when we were here in Rutland, right around 2000, a little bit before then. So you've been with us ever since, and we've been
Pretty much opened an account with LaValleys, and your people have taken good care of us and sourced out materials we needed, and have always managed to give us competitive pricing. So we've had a good relationship for the last 10 years.
Excellent. Great. Well, we're glad to hear that, and thank you for being a customer. And as I mentioned, we're here doing the first fast floor system out of the Rutland store, and I believe it is your first fast floor system. And to give a little background, what type of setup did you have to do to the job site before we started with the actual system this morning?
I've been a proponent of the TJI floor system, which we've used for over 30 years, a tremendous improvement from dimensional floor beams. We spent the week prior, or a few days prior to the floor system arriving, putting our plates down, squaring up the foundation, and putting our layout down. So when the floor system arrived here today, we're ready to install it.
And now we'll get to the point where you said when the floor system arrives, you're ready to install it, and obviously that's a big plus because there's, you're ready to go, and the ease of putting it together is a big thing, and it cuts down on time and crew, and also waste. So talk a little bit about the pluses of this system that you've seen so far.
As you'll see when the job is probably complete today, there's a minimal pile of not a lot of scrap lumber. We were able to, with 4 men, install this floor system probably in a little over an hour. And we agreed to try this system based upon this being a pretty simple ranch house, rectangular in shape, and we wanted to just try the system, and this seemed like a perfect project to try it on.
Right, and that makes sense. That's where the next question was going, was the size and the shape. It seems like it's a basic shape and basic size, so you have that baseline. You know what it would take, in a normal system. So this kind of, now you can kind of compare and see. And are you seeing that as it's unfolding this morning?
Absolutely. We had a few issues with just trying to understand the labeling system, which I think is not a major issue, was something that can be improved upon. But the system went together as planned, and we had a few beams we had to trim, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Right. So nothing that it was, like you said, it's kind of the first one going on, and LaValley Building Supply will have to, obviously it's one of our first ones as well. So we're still working out the kinks. Unfortunately, we were able to partner with yourself, and there are some kinks that will work out, so we appreciate that you letting us come to the job site today and talk to you. So overall, good experience, I'm hoping, and maybe going on to another step, something bigger and better, and I'm guessing you might want to use it again or recommend it to someone.
Definitely was a good experience. I would say that the advantage of the whole system probably would be even greater in a more difficult or a house that's not quite as rectangular, where there's a lot more cutting involved, as long as the builder and you as the supplier come up with a system to make it clear on where the beams are going and not make that a puzzle. Right,
and so it seems like it could be almost simplified, so the greater the project, the more time and then less money you'd be able to save because of this new system. And it seems that these guys are putting this thing together pretty fast. It's almost like it looks like it's so easy. You could be done so fast, maybe go too fast.
It probably could go the same, but you'd end up with 1 or 2 more people on a cut pile. being able to keep the beams being fed to the crew that's installing them.
Right.
Where here, we're just picking them off the pile and putting them in place.
And they're ready to go, and it's nice and easy. So a couple changes need to be made, and like I said, we'll take that into account when we go back to the shop and try and get the kinks worked out. But it looks like it's a positive experience for you and your crew, and they look like they know what they're doing all together. So we'd like to thank you very much, Don, for letting us come out here, and also for being a loyal customer, and hopefully we can continue working, especially with these fast floor systems in the future.
It's been our pleasure, and we appreciate the opportunity to have been able to try the system also.